telling me this is something good. I am telling you, Evan, this is a plan Mr. had from the very beginning. I have mentioned that, and we haven't seen anything yet.
Okay, my friend. Thank you. But you know, people, you know, and when are we going to get a little kind of tired with the talk? When are we going to get a little tired with the critique and the criticism? When are we going to say, for instance, okay, I guess this could get me into trouble, but this would be Afimate. This is not Q95. I mean, the Prime Minister travels quite a lot. I can understand he's currently traveling. The Prime Minister is traveling, but even when he's traveling, we all know that he's in direct contact on an hour-by-hour or minute-by-minute basis with the people in government, whoever is acting Prime Minister, whether it be Ray or whoever is acting. I'm sure they are in constant contact, giving guidance, maybe giving instructions, maybe critiquing and whatnot. Whatever it is, they're in contact. Would it be problematic for us to say to the Prime Minister, sir, please don't come back home. Do not come back home until you have announced from wherever it is you are. You could be in Morocco, you could be in Macau, you could be in Malaysia, whatever. Just announce to us that you are going to fix the priorities, that you are going to, you know, that you've given instructions for, you know, DOWASCO to receive $20 million so that the water systems in the country can be properly and securely, you know, repaired. Do you understand that we're inviting thousands and thousands of visitors to come here to spend time in Dominica, and the water system, the delivery of water to pipe in Dominica is insecure? Have you guys been listening to the general manager of DOWASCO? He cannot be any clearer than he has been. It's not a technical problem. It's not an engineering problem. It's a money problem. So how can we be bringing people here to be our guests, to help us earn some money, and our water system is insecure? That any shower or rain or whatever can in fact cause it to disappear. So I really just feel maybe we should say to Prime Minister Secretary, birds, take a vacation. Don't come back. Do not come back until you have instructed whoever is acting for you to carry on with a new set of priorities. Maybe that will be an approach. You know, I would be happy to convey the message to him. He's probably listening to this program right now from wherever he is. And Roosevelt, let me talk to you personally, brother. If you really want a legacy that makes sense, not the kind of legacy that nasty Astafan man is talking about, a serious legacy. If you want a serious legacy, make a change course. Okay? Let's get on with it. We're going to have some guests in studio, I understand. And so we're going to kind of take a little break, and we're going to actually proceed with, I'm going to love this one. This is extraordinary. I myself plan to attend. I'm going to ask Richie, give me a little music then, please. Just something. You can play an ad if you wish. And
dance to the music, taste the food, enjoy the scenery of the historic botanical gardens, appreciate your culture, bring the family, meet friends, only at the Flow Creole in the Park. October 24th to 27th, 2016.
This is how we flow.
When you are just too tired of the heat, check out Progressive Cooling. Get your air conditioning units any size, whether it's commercial, industrial, or residential. They've got it. Your home appliances are not working properly? Progressive Cooling also specializes in fixing refrigerators, ovens, fans, microwaves, and televisions. Progressive Cooling will fix it back to that good as new condition from Capuchin to Scott's Head. Progressive Cooling, located at Monbruce, will find you. Call 448 6980 or 613-3176. Progressive Cooling. So cool.
This is Garrick.
Hi.
Throughout his entire life, Garrick has been a loser.
Yeah.
One time, Garrick even managed to lose at losing.
I'd rather not talk about that.
But today, we told Garrick all about the benefits earned from taking a loan at Fast Cash. And he got excited. We told him that customers could gain access to more funds and enjoy longer repayment periods.
Yes.
We told him no need to come to us. Our mobile loan officers will come to him.
Woo-hoo!
We told him that our loans are automatically insured against death, critical illness, and involuntary loss of employment.
Loss of employment? That happens all over the country.
And we told him that even if he has a current loan with us, he could refinance it and qualify for all these great benefits and more.
Yeah.
Then just for fun, we told him all of this happened last week.
What?
And we laughed because we were joking.
Not funny, man.
Get a loan from Fast Cash today to enjoy many benefits. Loans are also available for small businesses, taxi and bus owners. So call us or visit any of our locations for more information. Fast Cash.
Good morning, folks, and we're back, and we have in studio one partner. I'll call him a partner, and another partner. One male, one female. Good morning, Kivon.
Good morning, Afi.
And
Good morning, Dominica.
Right. And you're here to talk to us about.
We are here to talk about the 5th annual Ioli Bland Memorial Lecture. As usual, whenever we have a guest presenting a lecture in Dominica, Q95 graciously allows us to come and talk for a few minutes about what the presentation will be about that evening and to give Dominicans a chance to get to know the presenter a little bit, and we are always thankful about that. And so today we have with us Mr. Vladimir Lucien, and Vladimir is a poet, an author, and an actor from St. Lucia, and he will be presenting on the topic Folk Songs Have No Authors, Creative Force, and the Individual Talent in the Caribbean Region.
This is so fascinating for a couple of reasons. Number one, Ioli Bland is my political hero since I was a little boy, and I'm 70 years now. So understand. And so I am honored and pleased to welcome you, add my welcome to you, to the others, for being here in Dominica and coming from a sister Creole island that I know very well. I probably know parts of St. Lucia that you haven't even dreamed about.
Quite possible.
But I'm also fascinated not only by the topic, but by your name, Vladimir. That's Russian.
Yes.
There's a story behind that?
It's a very strange and ironic story, really. Good morning, Dominica. You see, my father, most of my siblings have names of my father's heroes. And my father was a Marxist, very politically involved and politically involved as well in St. Lucia. And but the strange thing is this, most of my brothers have African first names. I'm the only one that's a European one, and I really thought that I got that name after Vladimir Lenin, but
not Putin. It couldn't be Putin.
No, it couldn't be Putin. I'm too old for Putin, thank God. But funny enough, my father, who was the avid reader, was not the one who named me. It was my mother, simply because she liked the name.
Wonderful.
So I had this, this big explanation of why I have this name. My father was a Marxist, only to find out that it wasn't my father who named me at all.
It was simple.
It was a very simple attraction to the sound of a name from my mother.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Well, but welcome again, and we're also fascinated here by your title. Tell us a little bit about, first of all, a little bit about yourself, St. Lucia, UWI, Caribbean, and then, without letting all the cats out of the bag, what can we expect from a lecture entitled "Folk Songs Have No Authors" and subtitled?
Right. Okay. Well, myself, my name is Vladimir Lucien. Born in St. Lucia, grew up in St. Lucia. Come from, how to say it? Came from different kinds of religious backgrounds, but didn't grow up very religious. However, have been coming back to religion, spirituality, God in a new way, a new exciting way, which is what has kind of led to the kind of lecture that I will be giving this evening. My relationship to UE is very special because UE is where I think I came to a special kind of consciousness that has really directed where my life is going now and my thoughts and all of that. So I'm a kind of UE baby, really. Came to a kind of second birth at UE. And I've done the 2 degrees I have my first degree, and the second degree was also started with UE. Okay. So, very much have a close relationship with UE, and it has a very special place in my heart. So, and UE is also the place where I just came to a greater sense of Caribbean consciousness as opposed to the more insular island consciousness. I mean, the two are not necessarily contradictory. I could be very passionate about St. Lucia and at the same time the Caribbean. Absolutely. But UE really allowed me to have a serious sense of the Caribbean as the larger home. For me, so that's basically my relationship with these places and spaces that you mentioned. In terms of the lecture. The lecture. Okay, the lecture has been. I mean, it's not a culmination as such, but it is a point in a journey that I've been making. I mean, I'm a writer, and largely, I think when I published my first book of poems in 2014. And I think the environment I met in the writing world was one that had me, it started me thinking immediately, because I think I felt alienated by it. Because for me, there was a way in which it did not reflect certain realities that I was, privy to and participating in. And I saw a certain kind of disjuncture between what we call our people and the spirituality of our people. Okay. And the kind of very, very desiccated, secular kind of environment in which our literature operated. And I'm not saying that there isn't room for these things, but I'm saying, but why is it that something that seems so central to us in our day-to-day lives remains so gapingly absent from the way in which we approach what we create, our arts and so on. So I was wondering, I mean, what would that be like? And the thing is, that is at the level where I was operating, because when you look at our folk songs, our folk stories, etc., they have a greater reflection of the people that we're talking about. And in terms of the lecture itself and what is suggested in the title, it's the very strange thing that you have folk songs, and yes, at some point you might have some persons of the intelligentsia pulling out one folk, composer or whatever, but generally among them, the issue of authorship, as in I authored this, is not a major consideration. It is a creation of art that everybody could share in. It belongs to the community. I mean, I'm sure you have Dominican folk songs and you just have no clue who the actual author is. Of course, somebody wrote it. But the thing is, something about the ethos of that existence does not care to say I. It admits to something that many of us don't admit to. That in the writing of my book, in the writing of many books, there are so many different efforts that are participating through you. You understand? And that is one thing that I think I was drawn to, and I wanted to explore as to, what does this issue of author, what are the implications of us entering a world, because many of our writers live abroad, or I'm published abroad, we don't have that kind of mechanism here, so a lot of it means we participate in and outside. And what does that mean now for us? What is the implication of that very individual sense of authorship, as in I did this, as opposed to understanding that there is a community effort, even though it's not always gapingly visible because you are the one writing down. It's always a collaborative effort, right?
That couldn't be more on point and more timely, because this is for Dominica the time when we kind of pay special attention to these issues of culture and art, folk art and folklore. And I know Gordon Henderson is listening. I spoke with him this morning, and Gordon must be reveling. He must be just dancing around his living room, enjoying what you've just said, because this is what he's been trying to say himself, that the music is not his, that the music belongs to the commons, and the trees and the rivers inspire. And so they have part in that ownership. And how do we manifest that, and how do we convert that into the way we govern and manage and care for and nurture the space that gave us people like you. And you come from an island that has given us a Derek Walcott, an Arthur Lewis, and is giving us an Adrian Auger, gave us Boo Hinkson. I mean, just, I like Dominica, and each one of us have that long list. But we, like the Open Skies Agreement we did for the cricket, we're not claiming it together. And so we're losing it, partially. So this couldn't be more than timely, Vladimir. I mean, it is extraordinary. I'm excited by this. I wasn't planning to go out tonight, but I am. I said that for the benefit of my wife, who's listening. Yeah, she didn't know. So, Kimon, how are you pressing these kind of right buttons? I mean, where you come from, girl?
From La Plaine, everybody knows that. Wise men come from the east.
And wise women.
And wise women too. For us, for this lecture in particular, it's a very cultural lecture. This one, we have it in October, not just because Eoli Blanc was born and passed away in October, but also because October is the cultural month in Dominica and St. Lucia too. This is our cultural time. I went to St. Lucia in October last year, and all the Creole and Madras was out as well, and they have Creole Fridays and a lot of the things that we do. But we wanted to make sure that this series showcased our culture because Eoli Blanc was very culture centered. And so we've had 3 Dominicans present before, and then last year we had Professor Hazel Simmons McDonald present on the Creole language. And so when I called St. Lucia to ask, who would they suggest, it was, you want Vladimir Lucien, of course.
That's good to know.
You see? Right.
And so I said, well, Vladimir Lucien it is.
It is, yes. And particularly for our young writers, it's going to be really inspirational to hear from somebody who looks like he's only around 19 to be speaking with such depth and sensitivity. And maybe you could share with we're going to open the lines for people who may want to chat with you. So listeners, feel free to begin to engage this young Dominican born in St. Lucia. Okay, so but tell us a little bit the inspiration for these kinds of things. Speak to the younger writers, the youthful writers in the audience. How do they know how do they find out that they're on a path that makes sense?
Well, one thing is I usually think it's a very personal thing, meaning that each writer comes with their own journey. It's not separate from whatever else is happening in their lives. But one thing, I would say a caveat, is I remember Derek Walcott at a lecture, was it a lecture? I don't remember, but he said one thing that annoys him about the current generation is that he finds there's a great degree of vanity involved in the arts. And the lecture is speaking to that same thing, not directly, but it's also saying that you can't come to the arts as a means of drawing attention to yourself. You understand? It cannot be.
Let's take our first call.
Yeah, sure.
Good morning, caller. Go right ahead, please. This is for Vladimir Lucien.
How are you doing?
Fine. Go ahead, you're live.
Yes, I know. I kind of got distracted there because I didn't get what the topic was.
This is Vladimir Lucien, St. Lucian poet, author, and actor who's here to deliver the 5th annual Eoli Blanc Memorial Lecture. And his theme is the folk songs have no authors, creative force and the individual talent in Caribbean arts and culture. And so if you want to listen in for a while longer, you might get a sense of where he's going and with his discussion, and then call us back. Okay?
Well, the other, I support that kind of thing in the sense that if you remember when you in the countryside when they have carnival, is that anybody comes up and the calypso actually probably I think originated from that kind of what you call it, response to
the chantuelle.
People come in and they
call and answer.
You have the practice before the carnival, and everybody you make a little song and sing, and then it comes to the where you formalize the form
in a more formalized manner.
Right.
The other thing, the cause is a very worthy one, because someone like Mr. E.O. LeBlanc, Edward Oliver LeBlanc, should never, ever be forgotten, allowed to be put on the back burner, or that the work and his achievement, not only as a politician, but as a human being, as a person, should never be allowed to leave the mind of Dominica or Dominicans.
Okay, Louis, we want to take it there because we don't have a lot of time, but you've got on point, and congratulations to the UE for facilitating that process of ensuring LeBlanc's legacy stays alive. But you were making a point.
I was just simply saying that you see, the disadvantage we are at in the Caribbean is that we have to participate in a writing culture where we don't have much influence on how people view it. So there is this very individualist sense, you have to create your website very early. You see writers before they even start to work on anything, they have their website, the Facebook page, and you're not even interacting with community. It's very much, it could be very egocentric. So that was Derek's warning, and I think it's a good person to take that kind of advice from. That we start off, what is your relationship to your community? How can this be a reflection? You take the sensibility of your community and you give it back to them in the way that Calypsonians do, in the way that a lot of the Chatwell you mentioned, in the way these people do. It's really about taking that girth of culture, localizing it within yourself and bringing it out creatively as well, returning it. That's the circularity of the process.
I remember when Derek Walcott was here for one of the literary festivals, which was held on the UE campus. He made some surgical comments which actually cut some people to the bone, because he was saying, what is this you're doing? He was severely critiquing some of the material that he had heard, and some of the people took offense. But that's almost exactly what he was saying. He's saying, look, what does this reflect? It may reflect you, but you are kind of insignificant in the bigger scheme of things, unless you actually agree to reflect the bigger picture in your work. That cut deep, and it took some people some time.
Poetry particularly is a place where people feel that egocentric sense of, look at me, I am this very quirky character, etc. It's a strange idea that people come to art with, but I think it's an important idea, because if they look on the ground, in terms of the culture that we have produced on our own, it has never been of that ethos of look at me. Even though we praise a Chatwell, we are aware that everybody else sings the songs, everybody else is part of it and can participate in it.
Let me ask you something, Kimon. I don't know how long Vladimir is going to be in Dominica, but one of the things I always found is that a lecture is fine, great, but people need to get up close and personal with Vladimir. So if visits like that in the future could be arranged, so that he spends, let's say, the following morning in what you would call a master's class, or an engagement with writers, and where they sit around a table, have a coffee, whatever, tea.
I have done something like that in Dominica already.
There you go. But
yes, I agree.
It's a constant investment in the nurturing of these younger writers.
Well, today we so when lecturers come, when presenters come, we do different things apart from the lectures.
I'm sure.
Today what we have is we need to understand two things, something very important, and I was talking to Vladimir about that, is that the study of literature in Dominica is dying.
Really?
When I was a child at convent and I did literature at convent, it was a huge class, 30-something children in Form 5 doing literature. Now, it's not that. I don't know how much it is now, but it's definitely not that. And a lot of the schools are not even doing literature, English B anymore.
Really? Sorry, I didn't know that.
It's not even compulsory in a lot of the forms in schools anymore. And our reading is dying out too. I work with the Dominica Reading Association, and I work with the Literary Festivals Committee, and you can just see that people are not reading as much as they should.
One thing
we've done this year for Vladimir in particular, because he's a young poet, is we have invited one of the secondary schools who's next door, so it was easy to arrange. Convent High School, the 4th and 5th formers, people who are serious about doing literature and have chosen it, to come to meet with him today. So at 11 o'clock,
wonderful,
they will come,
wonderful,
and they will speak about careers in literature, where literature can take you, and then they will do an exploration of Vladimir's own work as a team together. So that's one thing that we're doing this time around for that particular one. So every time someone comes, we have meetings and different things that we let them do when they come to present a lecture.
It may be because we have become a kind of a Lautau society where we like the scandal and the exposés and the whatnot, and,
sensationalism,
and as opposed to the substance. I do find that, and you are right, Kimon. I listen to people in position read and speak. They can't pronounce words. People say development, and people are listening to this all over the world, and democracy, and let's be
with 4-syllable words.
And so so it's obvious that there's not enough reading, there's not enough what we used to call elocution, pronunciation, not enough vocabulary development, and it's evident.
But the other thing is, I think when you look at the study, for instance, of Creole, there's a St. Lucian who did a study of our Creole, with St. Creole more, St. Creole. But one of the things he was saying, as you said, Kimon, about our trouble with pronouncing certain words, he was showing that some of the systems, the sound systems, the grammar, the syntax, is not French, for instance.
Exactly.
So that there is another influence that is there, even under our English. So I don't know that of course, there's a sense that we are forced to participate in the world in a way because we don't have certain things that we have here, and we require that. But then, you go to England, and the pronunciation is so remarkably different from place to place.
Let's take a caller.
Yeah.
Good morning, caller. Go right ahead. Good morning. Yes, go ahead. For Vladimir Lucien, who's the presenter, lecturer at the 5th Annual Iole Blanc Memorial Lecture this evening.
Okay, I think very interesting conversation. This is in Washington.
Could you speak up?
Yes. Can you hear me? Emmanuel, still in Washington.
Oh, Emmanuel, how are you, Doc? This is a Dominican living in Washington, D.C. who's listening to you.
Yeah, so, but the issue here, how do you, with the erosion of culture by the internet and all that, how do you check out? How do you neutralize that? I heard the gentleman talk about
Brother, there's a lot of noise on the line. I don't know if it's from your end or our end, but this is a little better.
Okay, so I heard Vladimir talking about the erosion of the vanity that Walcott talked about.
Yeah.
But then, how do you reach young people today? Of course, we have grew up in the countryside in Lapland, we had the Statoil and everything, but that itself is going by the wayside. So how do you engage young people today with the advent of the internet? And if you don't do that, I think we're going to see even more erosion of that aspect of our culture. So how do you square the old-fashioned literature, if you may,
with the modern
with the modern today? Where's the intersection?
Okay. Let's ask him to comment on that, Emmanuel.
Sure.
Thank you for calling.
The thing is, I'm not a very big fan or advocate of the idea of cultural loss. I think certain culture goes in manifestations, certain manifestations, and reappears. Sometimes with little. Sometimes we don't even know how it came about. I taught about 5 years ago at a secondary school, and there was this form that was very popular in St. Lucia called it used to be called conte, right? But now they call it solo. I think now they call it solo, but it's come back in a new form. And I'm looking at these students so into this thing, the dances, and this thing would sell out in St. Lucia. I went to one of the gatherings that they had. There was a band called Secret Band going around, literally touring St. Lucia, performing, and the streets would be filled. There would be no space for a vehicle to pass. And that is the same thing that would have been there in my mother's time, and it has come back. There's a sense in which we sometimes believe too much in loss and negation, and we don't realize that the culture is its own force, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying we don't put our efforts into creating spaces for it, but there's a way in which there's something inside of us that is very, very deep.
Okay.
That you know, because this thing has come back, and I'm seeing young students younger than me. I mean, they're 17, 16, and they're doing the dance in the same way that my mother and them used to do it before.
Yeah.
You know, but of course, a lot of these come from communities that are usually outside of the city.
Yeah, a little more
So they don't
isolated.
have that kind of erosion in a direct way. I think the city is the one that is most threatened culturally.
Yeah.
So yeah, you do have that there, and they are interested in it as well.
All right, let's save a few of these gems for the discussion. So, Kimon, maybe you want to just remind our listeners about the event.
Yes, so we invite everyone to Fortune Hotel this evening. The lecture is free and it's open to the public, and it's being done in collaboration with the Culture Division of Culture, of course, for the Independence celebrations. And we have Mr. Vladimir Lucien, poet, author, and actor, and he will be speaking on the topic "Folk Songs Have No Authors: Creative Force and Individual Talent in Caribbean Arts and Culture."
Okay, and let's add the words and encouragement of the big station, Q95, to all our listeners. Yeah, feel free, and it's particularly the younger culture warriors. Let's get out there and meet a young culture warrior from St. Lucia. Thank you very much for bringing Vladimir by. I know he stimulated interest in the event this evening, and we're looking forward to an extraordinary turnout. Okay, good evening and good morning, and you have a wonderful day, sir.
Thank you.
Enjoy. Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye.
And show you that someone cares. I just wanna take away that memory. I wanna be a chandelier. Plus, I wanna be what he never was. I wanna make a change. I wanna be the cause of your happiness. So if you're searching for a love, then girl, I'll be there.
Yes, it's now 8:50 a.m. and I'll be with you for another 10 minutes. And yeah, this is fascinating, and this is the kind of conversation I know we used to have when I was a kid, about culture and art. I remember when we played steel pan in the yard of Mr. Charles Bully right there on King George V Street, and he would come down after rehearsal and talk to us and say, you guys and so on, where's the discipline? You're talking too much. You're here to play music, and you be a little more disciplined and so on and so on. You know, so it wasn't just steel pan, it was education, it was awareness building, and adults in those times took a direct interest in the pursuits of young people. Maybe this is a lesson for us. I remember, as you mentioned, Mr. Lucien mentioned Comte. Of course, and we want to note and add our condolences, although belated, to the passing of Lawrence Brumant, a partner, Pebush Vekas, origin and work, certainly the leading, if not one of the most leading exponents of the art of Comte, Monsieur Quick Quack and so forth. And who can forget that voice? He needed no microphone. He needed no public address system. He was able to reach his audience with his, kind of just extraordinary voice and antic on stage. And so we note it as a loss, but as Vladimir Lucien is reminding us, it's really not a loss if we capture what Lawrence Brumant was about, nurture it, pass it on, make sure that we have new, younger exponents of the art. Good morning, caller. You are live on Matt in the Morning. Good morning.
Yes, I want to throw this thing there, right?
Sure, go ahead.
October 1st was the anniversary there for Prime Minister Douglas. Have you heard the discipline authority mention anything about that?
Not at all. Not at all.
Dead and done. Nobody cares.
That's a lack of love and disrespect that seems to characterize us, and it it's an infection. It's like a virus.
Yeah, that's just what I wanted to throw.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know, it's just extraordinary. But again, you know, those of us who knew Rosie long before these guys and worked with Rosie for years and years and years, it's up to us to keep him alive in the history and life of Dominica. That's just as, you know, Mr. Robinson was saying, it's up to us to keep E.O. LeBlanc's legacy alive, you know, and not lament the deficiencies and incompetencies of the people who now happen to sit in positions of authority, and the Three Stooges who spend time on the radio, on national radio. Oh, by the way, just as I was driving by DBS this morning, Curtis Matthew was coming out of the station and he shouted out to me, Ati, anytime. You know, he's been threatening to interview me on DBS radio. And so he saw me driving past and he said, anytime. I said, you just call me, brother. I'm available, you know. I'll respond, you know, and I'm sure we'll have an exciting conversation on the national radio station. And let's open it up. Let's open it up, and hopefully we can simulcast that interview on Q95. And maybe we'll talk to Crazy and see if Crazy will agree to simulcast it on Kyrie FM. So this morning we've really had just a kind of eclectic kind of conversation a bit. But I'm remembering the first caller, Joan, from Morton Waven. Because this is livelihood, this is bread and butter issues. And when I say that, it appears to me clearly that this current administration has set out almost on that their development strategy is to impoverish Dominicans and make them dependent on the public sector, dependent on handouts, and dependent on politicians. It was Bob Marley who said, never let a politician do you a favor. He was so smart. He was so right. And yet, even educated Dominicans have fallen into the trap. Educated Dominicans who should be making their own independent, proactive contribution, whether they're retired or not, and helping build Dominica, they too seem to be quite comfortable becoming dependent mendicants. And I'm using these words deliberately. If you don't understand what they mean, go and look them up in a dictionary. Beggars. Why do you want to be a beggar and you expect your child to become a bright, intelligent leader? So this dismantling of the cultural underpinnings of a society are what constitute, in my view, a crime against humanity. And I get back to the point I was making. Maybe Roosevelt needs to stay away from Dominica for a while. Maybe he does. Maybe he needs to stay away until he gets his thoughts cleared, gets his head cleared. And maybe he needs to give those others in his cabinet a chance to show, are they really that incompetent? Give everybody a chance. Why not make Kelva act Prime Minister? I mean, you know, since we're making a joke of governance and government anyhow, why not? You know? So, I mean, I really do believe that it's time for us to take this seriously. It's time for those of us who believe that something is radically wrong to stand up and take radical action. If you have an appendix that has, you know, ruptured inside of you, the doctors don't sit around and discuss it. They don't sit around and say, well, I wonder. They cut and they remove that ruptured appendix and they clean you out as quickly as possible. Dominica's appendix has ruptured, and all the pus and sick toxins are seeping and leaking through the system and hurting people, destroying families. If you listen to Mr. Later last night on his program, PSU, you know, so many families of the workers of public works have been destroyed because the breadwinner cannot win any bread anymore. Unemployed. I told you the story of one of these guys who had to go into the piggy bank of his son to get a bus fare. You know what that does to the psyche and the soul of a man, of a person? that they have to go at night into the piggy bank of their child to get a bus fare. That's a crime. Who perpetrated that crime? Who caused that man to be in that position? Who was chairman of the board? Who were members of the board? Who were directors? Who was the permanent secretary? Who was the minister? Who was the finance minister when those kinds of crimes were perpetrated? These are the kind of things that people get hauled before the International Court of Justice for. Do you think the Caribbean Court of Justice would ever even agree to address that? If you will, crimes against humanity, economic crimes, social and cultural crimes? No, they wouldn't, because it would force them to pay attention to the source. Let's take a call. Good morning, caller.
Hello.
Yes, go right ahead, sir.
I use the word beggars for the educated guys who are, their name is beggar is not appropriate. I would use the word pecker. They are pecking from the different ministries.
Okay.
Yeah.
Choice of word.
That looks more appropriate.
Okay, my son. Take care.
Yeah.
So I mean, let's get real. Yesterday morning we had a kind of a soft conversation, and this morning is a little more tough, a little more in your face. And part of the reason is that yesterday I had such an extraordinarily encouraging experience with the youth consultation organized by the Youth Division, John Roach and his people, and I mean, it just makes you realize, with all that talent in the country, how can we as a people be playing games with the lives and future of our children? And whoever is playing games, stop it.
Doctor, they take 2 tablets every 6 hours. Yali for 6 tablets every 2 hours. Ambulance ki wamasi, it got chime. When she recovered yodi from no one, you go to Quick Care Pharmacy kote Halsbro. La yoke espiche tout bite bawa. Like we vela, idio, you that is Quick Care? Yodi yes ma'am, Quick Care. Every type of personalized service. It tell me satisfy. Like we kaili dimawi, I get dependable, knowledgeable, trustable, and supportable service. Ma we di yes, that is a big table. I gadi avec di Howard Juju cafe ve moi. If you no honey, go and take your medicine. Yes, Quick Care Pharmacy kote Halsbro. Service you can trust for all your prescription and over-the-counter drugs. He can, she can, they all can testify about the professionalism and benefits kote Quick Care Pharmacy. Premier fanen in taxi say St. Thomas avec di medicine by Quick Care delight all my sickness. It evle di delete. Quick Care Pharmacy kote Halsbro. Telephone 440-8600.
People, don't miss that show, the 30th of October, the World Creole Music Festival. My first time in Dominica, and you don't know, say it's going to be outstanding. Make sure you get your ticket. Boom! Mama, I know that you have been through the suffering, the tribulation and the pain keeps sobering. Over your head, still always show love and share your last breath. Boom! Me out you in.
Breadfruit, roast breadfruit, fried breadfruit. I must just swap the breadfruit them round there. Cool kid, them some breadfruit make you coward, but them have a free of it catch over there. Esteban, I say I eat. You want to get the breadfruit?
Dominica, get ready, it's coming. Reserve the date. Come to Marigot from November 3rd to 4th, 2016 for breadfruit and something breakfast fest. It's on. It's 12 hours of festing. Be there. Marigot Dominica, breadfruit and something breakfast fest. It's on. Be there. This ad is sponsored by Country Style Bread and Q95 FM Radio.
You want breadfruit? Just tell me if you want breadfruit. You want breadfruit? Catch it down to them called breadfruit. Watch it down, roast or fry. Catch it down, roast or fry, breadfruit. You want breadfruit? Tell me if you want roast breadfruit.
The practice is over. Now is the real thing. The T-Orchestra did it in 2015, but can they maintain bragging rights in 2016 and 2017 as the biggest Caribbean band ever? Lucas Band wants it. Signal Band wants it. Breathe wants it. But who will it be? Come find out. Wednesday, November 2nd, Pottersville, Savannah. Tickets $60 in advance. Empty at the gate. And VIP $140 EC. Caddis Comes Alive 2016 at the Pottersville, Savannah. The biggest Caddis bands in Dominica on one stage. And Miss Band featuring Caddis legend Gordon Henderson. Don't miss it.
Look Trouble now, coming soon from.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Dominica's gets up away! Festival Jam Session, Volume 5 moves to high gear this Friday from 4 to 10 p.m. Rosa Bayfront. Discover Dominica Authority, DFC, Digicel, Kumuli, and Adam Sounds present Bouillon. Welcome featuring XS Group, DJ Snow, Clint H, and friends. It's me, Clint H. Festival Jam Session this Friday, Rosa Bayfront season ticket specials. Promotions from Digicel and Kumuli. Festival Jam Session Volume 5 this Friday from 4 to 10 p.m. Rosa Bayfront. The ultimate festival warm-up where people meet. The highly anticipated return of the world's greatest Creole cultural interaction. The 19th World Creole Music Festival explodes at the Wings of Export Stadium on the Creole Mecca Rosa, October 20th, 29th, and 30, 2016. On Friday, October 20th, 8 p.m., the Government of Dominica and Discover Dominica Authority present Zouk Mega Stars Le Gamisha Zouk. Also, Nigerian Afrobeat sensation Timaya. Also, Jamaican dancehall Crown Prince Popcorn. Not forgetting Kings of Kadal's Lips of Music Midnight Groovers. And the Bouillon Legends, original Bouillon Pioneers. Not forgetting Compa Hitmakers Criolla. And the Bouillon MVPs, Triple K International. When I come in the jam, unlike what is woman. Nightly tickets 120 EC. Season tickets 325 EC. 3 nights of pulsating rhythms and nostalgic Creole experience. Dominica's World Creole Music Festival where people meet. C'est Musicano. This advert was brought to you with the kind compliments of Digicel, the extraordinary network.
The man them 10% with them.
For sharing, for family, it's for you and me, for value, that experience, so nice, so bright, so good, so good, so good, so good, so nice, so
And of course, KFC so good. Already 6 minutes going past the hour of 9 o'clock. I want to welcome you to the Fine Food Stop on a Thursday morning. And as usual, every single Thursday, we deal with the restaurant. So this week is no exception. And we're dealing with KFC right now. There's a big promotion going on for the World Creole Music Festival, and also KFC St. Lucia, our sister company, has partnered with the Dominica Festival Commission to do a big promotion in St. Lucia to give St. Lucians the opportunity to come to Dominica to be part of the World Creole Music Festival. I am also honored to be graced with the presence of Mr. Ezra Winston, who's been going around the Caribbean promoting the World Creole Music Festival, and he's live in studio with me this morning. So good morning to you, sir.
Yeah, morning. Thanks very much for the opportunity to share with your listeners. Tell them something more about the World Creole Music Festival. Okay, now I know you.
Everybody knows the lineup this year. It's a packed lineup, probably arguably one of the best lineups ever
in the history of
the festival.
Okay.
Arguably, I mean the Creole fanatics might say otherwise, but I think it's a very balanced lineup.
Yeah, I think so. I think there is something in it for everybody.
Exactly.
A lot of vocals done, and with the participation of patrons, we were able to come up with one of the best lineups, as we said.
Yeah, lots of excitement. I've seen quite a few corporate sponsors come on board hosting specials. Even we at Fine Booze, we have maybe 4 different specials for festival tickets right now.
Well, yeah, and we're happy that corporate sponsors can team up with the government of Dominica, because as we know, the government is the main sponsor of the festival, and probably without the assistance of the government, we would probably not have had be having a festival.
Exactly.
We also want to thank them, and we want to tell the corporate sponsors that they can still come on board, join Fine Foods, and be part of what is going on in Dominica, because the festival belongs to us and it's for us.
Yeah, so Friday, what time do we start? I know some people said 10, 9, 7. What time we start on Friday?
Well, the thing is, we are in Dominica. and Dominicans tend to want to go out very late.
Yes.
It's typical, like even when you go to shows in America, in New York, it's a Dominican jam, but everybody's standing outside 12 o'clock until 2 o'clock. People start going in.
That's
but on Friday night, it's going to be very packed, and I think Friday night is, by all standards, by all surveys, might be the greatest night, because that's what everybody's looking for. Well, the most young people are looking forward to. So in order to get a glimpse of the artists, in order to be ready to be a part of the festival on Friday night, you got to come out early.
So what time do you start on Friday?
Well, we start at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock on Friday.
Long time.
So here's the lineup for Friday. Let's go for the lineup for the 3 nights of Paul City and Rhythms.
Yeah, we have on the lineup, we have Timaya from Africa, we have Midnight Groovers, the original Booyah Pioneers, Creola from Haiti.
Yeah.
Then we have, and I want to just say a special, I want to send us on solidarity to the Haitian community, because we know that Matthew had done some damage in Haiti.
Yes.
So we want to tell them that our hearts go out to them, and to the families and those of them that probably have lost lives and relatives in Haiti, that we are with them in total solidarity. Then we have Popcorn, and we have the Grammy Shanzouk.
I've seen them perform. And it's half of Kassav.
Well, it's a magnificent lineup.
Yeah, I know. Justin Bale is here or is there on the lineup. I know.
Yeah, it's all of Kassav. It's not half of Kassav.
It's all of Kassav. And
it's basically Kassav and invited guests.
Oh, that's what it is.
Okay. But it's a concept. Kassav wanted to promote different artists from the French-speaking Caribbean. So they have done something they call the Grammy Shanzouk, which is the big wicked zouk. And it's all of Kassav, plus we have like Luke Leandre. We're going to have Catherine Telamont, who sang with Walter Fass and Jeff Joseph.
Yes, I remember.
We're going to have Marvin. We're going to have the Zouk Machine. So they will be singing like first, and then we have all of Kassav. All right.
That makes sense, because I've seen a few clips. I've seen them perform live, and they have all these guest artists from all those other French artists, artists.
So what will happen is when the guest artists are on, the bassman would probably change. We'll go to Frederic Caracas.
Yeah, Frederic Caracas.
We'll back up the guest artists. But when Kassav comes in the second part of the show, then we have George Decimus.
All right. So that's just Friday. On Friday.
We have the Triple K band.
Yeah.
So that will go all into 12 o'clock on Saturday.
Yeah, so pack lineup for Friday, and then Saturday we start at what time?
Well, Saturday we started. Well, I don't know. It's gonna continue, because if we finish at 1 o'clock on Saturday, we can
let's continue.
So we're gonna continue with the Ecstasy band. We're going to continue with Dede Sempre, Ophelia, our own Ophelia, Morgan Heritage, Kes the band from Trinidad, Mr. Killer from Grenada, and Wycliffe Jean, and the WCK band.
Now I know Mr. Killer is a hell of a performer. I did a show with him recently in Miami, and this guy's crazy. He is certainly energetic. He's crazy, and he has this popular song "Roly Poly."
I think Dominicans will be, patrons will be in for a treat, and
the Wycliffe.
Yeah,
what can
introduction.
It needs no introduction.
Nah, all the Haitian community is going to be there. They're going to welcome him, and I know they have stuff planned to welcome Wycliffe Jean. And we should also remember 2 of the artists are going to be at the festival were produced by Wycliffe Jean. So T Mickey and Akon.
Oh yes, that's true. That's true. Talking about T Mickey, got this one from T Mickey with Wycliffe. Let's do this one. I'll be right back after this.
Team Mickey, Wyclef the General. The more that you hate, the stronger I get. I was born with the blood of a slave in my veins. Say y'all gon' bomb me, see my army. That's your Twitter talking, you don't belong me. Y'all niggas chop Jean-Jacques Dessalines in 2 pieces. After independence, who goes off for the hate, talk shit while we out there grinding, they laying on their back. My Creole good, but my English better. Mama always told me don't forget the language. Sakafet, mitraillette on deck. See Mickey, all hands on deck.
Nous faisons fort, nous battons fort. Qui ça pour nous faire encore? Oui, aussi c'est bon temps. Pendant y'a boy côté tout attaché au bois côté nous. C'est ça qui prend le palais yo.
Trust me. Yeah, those guys are bad. This is a sneak peek of Team Mickey and Wyclef Jean doing a combo called New Power, man.
What I'm looking forward to, because they're both going to be in Dominica at the same time.
Yes, so day. I'm hoping that
when Wyclef they meet, I want to see them before this show. I want to see them before and Wyclef goes on Saturday to see what's going to happen.
I want to see that as well. So we have one day left, which is Sunday.
Yeah, well, Sunday.
Big lineup on Sunday. We start early on Sunday, right?
Yeah, we start earlier afternoon on Sunday. Well, we continue.
We continue. Not we don't start it, we continue.
Yeah. We continue and we brief our local band. Then we have, as we said, Team Mickey, gentleman who is a German singing reggae because he lives sometime in Jamaica. So he does reggae. We have our own Michael Henderson, we have Asa Banton, and then we have Akon, the great guy.
Okay. All right, so pack lineup, and of course, as we said, Fine Foods partnering with the Dominica Festivals Commission in a big way. We're doing 2 promotions simultaneously. Well, 2 at KFC and some others in other aspects of our business. We have the Stones Ginger Wine promotion. When you purchase a bottle of Stone Ginger Wine, you get a chance to win tickets to the World Creole Music Festival. Also at KFC Dominica, when you spend $20 or more, you get a chance to win tickets to the World Creole Music Festival. And in fact, this morning we'll be doing our first draw for a ticket to the World Creole Music Festival. And in St. Lucia, our sister company, KFC St. Lucia, our 4 stores in St. Lucia will be running the promotion as well. When you purchase from KFC in St. Lucia, you get a chance to win an all expense.
From KFC?
Yeah, I think it's about $25. Okay. $25 or more.
Minimum purchase
$25, and you get a chance to win an all expense paid trip to Dominica. So some St. Lucian will get a chance to win an all expense paid trip to Dominica. That includes your hotel package, your ticket back to and from Dominica, tickets to the World Creole Music Festival, and also some other goodies as well. I think $1,000 EC spending money.
Okay. So we have to make sure they spend that money in Dominica.
We have to make sure they spend that money in Dominica. So any minute now, I should be getting a call from Juliet, who is at KFC, and we'll be doing that draw this morning. So let's take a quick commercial break and be right back after this.
For sharing, for family, it's for you and me, for value, that experience, so nice, so bright, so good, so good, so good, so good, so nice, so
Festival Jam Session Volume 5 moves to Highgathers Friday from 4 to 10 p.m. Rules of Different. Discover Dominica Authority, DFC, Digicel, Kumuli, and Atom Sounds present Bouillon. Welcome featuring XS Group, DJ Snow, Clint H, and friends. It's me, Clint H. Festival Jam Session this Friday. Rules of Different season ticket specials. Promotions from Digicel and Kumuli. Festival Jam Session Volume 5 this Friday from 4 to 10 p.m. Rose of Bayfront, the ultimate festival warm-up where people meet. The highly anticipated return of the world's greatest Creole cultural interaction. The 19th World Creole Music Festival explodes at the Wings of Export Stadium on the Creole Mecca Rosa, October 20th, 29th and 30, 2016. On Friday, October 20th, 8 p.m., the government of Dominica and Discover Dominica Authority present Zouk Mega Stars Le Gamisha Zouk. Also Nigerian Afrobeat sensation Timaya. Also Jamaican dancehall Crown Prince Popcorn. Not forgetting Kings of Kadal's Lips of Music Midnight Groovers. And the Booyah Legends, original Booyah Pioneers. Not forgetting Compa Hitmakers Criolla. And the Booyah MVPs, Triple K International. When I come in the town, unlike what is woman. Nightly tickets 120 EC. Season tickets 325 EC. 3 nights of pulsating rhythms and nostalgic Creole experience. Dominica's World Creole Music Festival where people meet. C'est Musicano. This advert was brought to you with the kind compliments of Digicel, the extraordinary network.
The man them 10%.
All right. We're back in the morning already. 19 minutes going past the hour of 9 o'clock. As we said earlier, we should be touching base with the folks at KFC. I think Juliet is on the line this morning, and we're going to give away our first ticket to the World Creole Music Festival. Juliet, are you there?
Yes, Lennon. Good morning, and good morning to everyone listening. How are you this morning?
I'm doing fantastic, and Ezra Winston is here with me, and we're promoting the World Creole Music Festival.
Anything for me?
Well, you know, this Lennon KFC is a big sponsor of the World Creole Music Festival, and we are happy to be working with them, as we've done in few years past, assisting them in many, many ways in promoting the World Creole Music Festival, and also participating by giving customers in many of our businesses chances to win tickets to the World Creole Music Festival. You know, Lennon, they say it's supposed to be really, really hot and really, really good and awesome. So I know a lot of people want to go to the World Creole Music Festival, and KFC is making it easy. You know, Lennon, everyone loves KFC, including myself and you, right?
You know that. I love my KFC.
Definitely. But we cannot take part, but everyone listening and all our valued and loyal customers, all they have to do is come into KFC, spend $20 on any one of their favorite meals, items, or any specials that we have. Just spend $20 and enter for a chance to win either a nightly ticket, a ticket for one night, or a season ticket. Imagine, Lennon, you're spending $20 and you're winning a season ticket.
A season ticket is valued at about $325. So that's a lot of value right there, Juliet.
Big giveaway.
Big giveaway.
big giveaway. That's amazing value. And this time, Lennon, we're going to do it different. When we dip for the winner, we're then going to invite the winner to the store and then let the winner dip for their ticket. So the winner will have the opportunity to either dip for a night ticket or a season ticket.
All right.
So when that winner come into the store, they need to come with all their luck and Hail Mary so they can win those season tickets.
Well said, Juliet. Let's get that lucky person this morning. I'm sure you have a big box or a big barrel in front of you.
Yes, we do. And Corinne is here. She's one of our original team members. She's been with KFC from day one under the Fine Food umbrella 10 years. As you know, we just celebrated our 10th anniversary. So she's here assisting me, and she's going to be a lucky winner who will then come to the store and just to get a night or a season ticket to the World Creole Music Festival. Okay, Corinne? First thing, we have to check to see. I put the phone to her and she doesn't want to talk. Anyway, we have to check to make sure that the customer spent the required amount. Yes. And we have a winner.
Who's our lucky winner this morning, Julia?
Okay, no one wants to talk, Lennon. We have a winner from Goodwill, Karina Thomas. Our first lucky winner, Lennon, is Karina Thomas from Goodwill.
All right.
Opportunity to come to the store and bid for her ticket, either a night ticket or a season ticket.
Sounds fantastic. Juliet, thank you for touching base with us this morning, and congratulations to Karina Thomas from Goodwill. And Juliet, the promotion continues every week, right?
Yes, the promotion continues every week till the last Thursday before the World Creative Music Festival. We have lots of tickets to give away, so we are encouraging everyone, come down to KFC, spend $20 and enter for a chance to win a ticket to the World Creative Music Festival, which is going to be awesome this year.
All right, thank you so much, Juliet, for touching base with us and giving us that information, and congratulations again to our winner.
Okay,
All right, take care, bye.
For moments, for sharing.